Calves, the most skipped muscle group in human history. Everyone swears they'll train them, eventually. But when calf day finally arrives, suddenly you've got urgent plans. Laundry, tax filing, reorganizing your sock drawer. Anything but calves. And for the brave few who do train them, it's usually 3 half-hearted sets of calf raises, a quick mirror check, and surprise. They still look like breadsticks. You're flexing hard, veins popping on your forehead, but your legs still look like they belong on a scarecrow. Let's be real. Nobody walks into the gym pumped to train calves. Nobody ever says, today, I'm gonna destroy my soleus. No, we chase biceps, pecs, abs. The muscles you can flex in a selfie. Meanwhile, our lower legs are neglected, leaving us with bodies shaped like Doritos on chopsticks. Tragic. But here's the twist. Calves might actually be the most underrated, most slept on muscle group you're ignoring. See, calves aren't just decoration. They're not there just to look good in shorts. They're actually functional powerhouses. They do 3 insanely important things. Running and explosiveness. Every stride, every jump. Your calves are firing like tiny pistons. You think it's your quads or glutes? Nope. Your calves are the springboard sending you forward. Injury prevention. Weak calves equal weak ankles, weak knees, and a guaranteed sprain at the worst possible moment. One step off a curb and boom, you're sidelined, all because you skipped calf day. Now let's talk about the big complaint. My calves just don't grow. Yeah, join the club. Calves are like that stubborn friend who refuses to change, no matter how much you push. Here's why. You already use them every day. Walking, running, climbing stairs. Your calves are built for endurance. They're used to work, which means if you want them to grow, you can't just tickle them with light weights. You need to shock them. Heavier, harder, and higher reps than you think. And genetics. Oh yeah, they play a role. Some people are just born with diamond-shaped calves. The rest of us, we've gotta grind, which is why you'll see guys benching 300 pounds with legs that look like pencils. Actually, do this right now. Look down at your calves. Go ahead, I'll wait. How do they look? Be honest. If you can't tell whether that's your calf or just your shin bone with skin on it, you already know this video is for you. Let's geek out for a second. Your calves are made up of 2 main muscles. The gastrocnemius, that's the big diamond-shaped muscle you see when someone actually has calves. The soleus, hiding underneath, flatter, but just as important. The gastrocnemius works more when your leg is straight. That's why standing calf raises targeted. The soleus works when your knee is bent. That's where seated calf raises come in. If you only ever do one type, you're leaving half your calf untouched. It's like training only your upper chest and ignoring the rest. Here's what most people do wrong. Rushing the reps, bouncing up and down like they're on a pogo stick. Tiny range of motion, moving an inch and calling it a calf raise. Newsflash, if you weigh 70 kilos, your calves are already carrying that every single day while walking. Body weight alone won't cut it. They're not impressed. Here's what actually works. Standing calf raises, go heavy, full stretch at the bottom, hard squeeze at the top, slow reps. Seated calf raises, lighter weight, higher reps, but push until it burns. Farmers carries on your toes. Walk around on your tiptoes holding heavy dumbbells. Your calves will scream. Jump rope, not just for cardio, but killer for calf endurance. And here's the kicker. Do them consistently, not once a month when you remember. Twice, maybe 3 times a week, just like any other muscle. I knew a guy who skipped calves his entire lifting career. Massive arms, huge chest, shoulders wide as a doorway, but calves so small he wore pants in the summer. One day, he finally trained calves. Next morning, he texted me up, bro, I can't walk. Did I break something? Nope. That's just your calves saying, hey buddy, welcome to the party. So let's recap. Calves equals to balance, power, injury prevention. They don't grow easily, but that's because they're stubborn, not because they're impossible. Train both parts, gastrocnemius and soleus. Go heavy, go high reps, go slow, and above all, be consistent. Because the last thing you want is to have a superhero torso and flamingo legs. So don't skip calf day, or do, but don't be surprised when a strong breeze knocks you over.